Yeah, to see him get fucked up like that, I don't know. But anyway, what I also wanted to talk about was, see, I don't know. See, people wanted to see Eubank Jr. lose so bad. People really wanted to see him lose. There's so much hate towards this man for what? Why is there so much hate towards CHRIS EUBANK Jr.? Why? I touched on this in my last video. If you're confident, if you're confident, you've got ability, you look good, people are not gonna like it. Okay? Especially if you're melanated. If you're melanated with this skin color and people think that CHRIS EUBANK is arrogant. He's not arrogant, he's just confident. But people always use that word arrogant when they don't like certain people. But yeah, a lot of people, there's a lot of hate towards certain people, bro. And it all comes from the same place, bro. Again, if you're confident, you're strong, you're dangerous, all that good stuff, right? There's some non-melanated people out there who are not going to like it, right? Let's pick out some names. CHRIS EUBANK Jr., Deontay Wilder, Floyd Mayweather, the Charlo brothers, Jamel and Jamal Charlo. Who else? These are the ones I was thinking off my head. Anthony Yarde even as well. People want to see these people lose so bad, bro. You know what I mean? Again, it all come. I know where the energy is coming from. I know where the energy is coming from. Okay. So when they do lose, it's literally like that. Some of these racist people, bro. That's their dream come true. And their dreams came true on that Saturday night when Eubank Jr. lost, okay? Because it wasn't just like a point decision, bro. It was a knockout. And it's like, yes, we finally knocked out this fucking well, it's half black, but if you're half black, your class is black. Finally not this fucking, I'm not gonna say the word, but that's where a lot of people, that's where a lot of racist people are thinking. And I like the reason why also what I was pretty invested in CHRIS EUBANK Jr. is because of his relationship with his dad. I used to love that relationship, mate, you know what I mean? People used to, as soon as both of them came on the scene, bro, people were hating straight away, bro. They were hating that, bro. But the last thing some of these racists want to see, bro, is two black men in the ring, bro, who are cocksure of themselves, yeah, confident, strong, and got ability. They don't want to see each other in the ring, bro. They don't want to see. Okay, CHRIS EUBANK is a legend in himself. Now he's bringing in his son. Okay, yeah, again, he's not black, but in a lot of people's eyes, he's black. So now he's bringing him in there. People hated it, right? Yeah, but yeah, I always liked the relationship with them too, man. You know what I mean? I've never had a relationship with my dad, so I used to see them too, and like that shit used to touch my soul, bro. That used to touch my soul. You know what I mean when I said that. Also, people got to realize, bro, like CHRIS EUBANK and his family, CHRIS EUBANK Jr. and his family, they've been going through some shit, bro. He you don't even know what someone's really going through. You don't, bro. But we do know some of the stuff he's going through because it's been made public. He lost his brother, who grew up with all his life. He lost his brother last year, I think it was, the start of last year maybe, or the end of last year, one of the two, I can't remember. But I think it was last year, man. I'm sure it was last year. So he lost his brother. You know, his dad had some issues recently. I don't know if them issues were stemmed from the loss of Sebastian Eubank, or was it, you know, I don't know if it stemmed from that, or because he didn't want his son going down to 157 at a dangerous way to fight Conor Ben. Again, going down that far in weight is very, very dangerous. Okay, you know, if you're weight drained as a fighter, bro, that's a good reason. That's half the time, bro. That's when people put up a poor performance and they get knocked out because the weight drained and dehydrated. Not only that, you can get brain damage. The risk of getting brain damage is heavier. It's far higher if you're fucking completely boiled down than if you weren't. So, you know, Chris Eubank Senior had some problems going on, bro. You know what I mean? So and he's looking after his, you know, he looks after his brother's son now. You know, see, you got all these things, got these things going on, bro. These things are still fresh. Just imagine growing up with a brother that you that. His brother used to box as well. Obviously not on the same level as Chris, but he not long started out a boxing career, and then he moved abroad. I think to Dubai. I think it was. So does he matter? But that's still raw, bro. If he lost his brother a year ago, whatever it was, that's still raw. Again, and his dad hasn't really been around for whatever reasons. Don't know whether they fell out or whatever's gone on. So, bro, these things can have a big effect on somebody. I don't give a fuck what they look like outside, how they're talking, how they appear. You don't know what the fuck is going on, bro. You don't know what the fuck is going on. Now, I'm not saying that's the reason why he lost, but we don't really know exactly. Only Chris Eubank knows that. And he's the type of person that he probably wouldn't, if that was the case, where he had a lot of shit on his mind, he probably wouldn't admit to it. He may admit to it when he's finished his career, or later on down the line if it was the case. But he's the type of person who wouldn't admit to that. If that was the case, he wouldn't say that now. Again, you don't know what people are going through, bro. Well, I lost my best friend last year, August, yeah, and that fucked me up, bro. Like that really fucked me up. Really fucked me up, bro. Honestly. And again, you have to go about life acting normal. You gotta go to work. You gotta make sure you're at work to pay the bills. You gotta do all this shit as normal, right? You gotta do all this shit as normal. Yet inside, you don't want to be here. Inside, you're somebody else, right? But you're not allowed to show that, are you? Especially as a man, you're not allowed to show that. You show it, you're weak. So you gotta put that, you gotta put that aside, So why not? So I can only imagine what it's like to lose somebody who I grew up with all my life. I wouldn't even know how that feels. I wouldn't know. So I can only imagine how I felt losing my best friend compared to losing his brother. That must be like tenfold. and he has to still carry on, go about. He's still gonna carry on being the same. He's still gonna go about being CHRIS EUBANK Jr. He's still gotta go about doing that. And you don't know, you don't know how that catches up or how that affects you in certain ways, bro. It affects people in different ways, bro. It can affect your body in different ways, bro. I've been through depression, bro. You know what I mean? For the first time in my life last year. Yeah. And that fucked up my body, bro. My body was, like, physically, that fucked up my body. Never mind mentally, physically. Right? So, again, you don't know what's really going on. And again, so people are so wrapped up in waiting to see this guy lose. He's only lost twice before, but they were points decisions, you know what I mean? So he can get away with that. But they couldn't wait to see him lose again, bro. That, you know, and some of the remarks I've seen after that, it's just not nice, man. To show you some people are just animals, bro. You know what I mean? So, but I feel if the elbow hasn't caused so much damage to his cheek area or his eye area, then I reckon he should take the rematch. And I reckon they will beat him. I'm going for Eubank again. If he does take the rematch and it's at 160, I'm going for Eubank again. You know, I'm with my fighter, like, you know, when there's people I'm invested in, bro, I'm with them all the way. And I actually do believe in my head and in my heart that it will win if the rematch does happen. Because you gotta look at people like, look when Liam Smith fought. Look when Liam Smith fought Jaime Munguia. Now Munguia is similar to Eubank in a way that he's got a high work rate. Well, he did. I've watched some of his recent fights. He's changed now. He's got a different trainer. I don't really like the way he fights now. So it's kind of similar. He had a high work rate against Liam Smith, and he could take Liam Smith shots. You know, CHRIS EUBANK's known for taking shots. No, he's known for taking a shot and not getting wobbled. You know what I mean? So Jaime Munguia was just putting the work in on Smith, bro. Smith was getting lit up in there. Don't get me wrong, he caught Jaime Munguia a few times, bro, and he hurt him a couple of times. But again, Jaime Munguia's got a chin and he's got a high work rate. Jaime Munguia was throwing hooks, like hooks to the body, just hook. He was just going for it, bro. And Liam Smith, a lot of time, he didn't know what to do. He was just there tucked up. So that's how you beat somebody like Liam Smith, bro. Liam Smith he's a sitting duck. Anybody with a good jab, yeah, and with a good work rate, and with a bit of power as well, you gotta do power, can beat Liam Smith. I'm telling you now. And what I know of Eubank, well, Eubank of old, if he came out that same way, bro, I know that fight would have been stopped somewhere later down the line. I'm convinced of it. Now, I don't know. Again, we don't know what's going on with Eubank Jr. We don't know, like, what's happened. You know, why is he now fighting in this style? Is it just because he thinks he can do the Roy Jones Jr. style, so he just does it? Or has his engine gone? You know, has his work rate gone for some reason? Is he harboring it? Is he harboring an injury to where he can't do his work rate is now diminished? You know, we don't know that. You know, there's a lot of unknowns, right? I'm just being skeptical here, as throwing a few things out there. I don't know. Again, I'm not necessarily making excuses for the man, but I'm just thinking he went from that to that, and this ain't working. But has he gone from that to that, to being extra economical, to be fighting on the back foot all the time? Work rate gone all the way down. Is that because what's happened to his work rate and his stamina? I don't know. Time will tell anyway. Time will tell, because I don't think he'll retire. People talking about him retiring. Why does he need to retire? Because he lost 3 fights. Bro, there's fucking Derek Chisora. Look how many times Derek Chisora has been knocked the fuck around. Yeah? He's never won a world title. He's got about 11 losses. And he's been knocked out how many times, bro? But everyone loves Derek Chisora, don't they? Fucking hell. Eubank had like what? Had one close decision loss against Billy Joe Saunders. I can't remember how many points he lost against George Groves, but he put up a good fight. And this one, he just got knocked out. So why would he need to retire off that? People are like, oh, I don't know where he's gonna go. Where's Chris Eubank gonna go from here? Bro, shut the fuck up. The reason people are saying this shit, because people can't wait for him to lose. People don't like cocksure fighters. Don't like it. Most people like certain cocksure fighters. Simple as that. You know what I mean? Don't like, that's the reason why. That's the reason why they want him to disappear. And if I was Eubank, I think Eubank, I'm sure he's aware of that. He gets like, I don't even, like, for when you really look at, when you really strip everything back, what's there to hate on him, man? There's nothing really to hate on Chris Eubank, bro. He brings entertainment, he brings good fights. What's the problem? Well, we know what the problem is, but I'm just putting it out there. I'm just saying it for the sake of saying it. So, rhetorical question. But yeah, but calling for the man to retire, bro. Yeah, he might not be world level. He might not be. But so what? He can still get good enough fights with people who are probably on Liam Smith's caliber. Make some more money. Yeah, and then do what he's got to do, you know what I mean? But whatever, man. All this hate against Eubank Jr. is really annoying, because a lot of the hate is unfounded. Yeah, he talks good game and stuff like that. Why shouldn't he? He's a fucking fighter, innit? He's confident enough in his ability. Whether that ability actually works on the night is a different thing. But he's still confident in his ability. Why wouldn't you want a fighter confident in his ability? Come on, man. So we know where that hate's coming from. Hopefully, Eubank Jr. will be back sometime this year. And people also forget as well, before I close out, he's been very unlucky in his career. If you remember, he went over to America on PBC just before the COVID shit started, right? And like I think he had like one fight on PBC where the actual guy he fought, injured himself in the fight, so the fight had to be stopped. Then all that COVID shit happened, so he was inactive for he was inactive for a long time, like. And then he had to come back over here, build himself back up here again. So his career, whether it was self-inflicted, well, some of it was self-inflicted maybe, but some of it weren't. As to why his career didn't go where he went, because he probably wasted about 3 years because of that COVID shit and PBC not getting him the fights, probably wasted about 2-3 years of his career there. And that's not necessarily his fault. He probably went over there for a reason. You want to try something different, a different promoter, see if it gives some good fights. It didn't happen. So people need to look at the backstory, but they don't want to look at that though, you see. You don't suit the narrative. Anyway, I've rambled on now. This is a long fucking video, so split it into 2 parts in it. But with that, I'm out.